When a trailer transporting 2 racehorses flipped over on a busy freeway, injuring one animal seriously, several concerned motorists used their car phones to call for help. Much of the footage was taped as the events unfolded. Rescue units from the Independence Fire and Police Departments were sent to the scene.
All right, watch out, man. Watch out. Scared, man. Watch your back, man. Oh.
And all of a sudden, the horse just took off right down the median. And what's going through your mind then is, what's going to happen? Is this horse going to go in the street, hit a car, kill somebody? That can't happen.
A mile down the interstate, they finally caught the colt. 6 minutes after the call, rescue units arrived, including firefighter-paramedic Frank Krasuski. Setting Limits was still trapped in the wrecked trailer.
It was a cold night. The only way to get the horse out would be to cut it out. We had the equipment all at the scene to rip that trailer right in half, but what to do with the horse afterwards, we didn't know what to do. We decided against that decision, and we decided to wait for the veterinarian to come.
It was a nasty scene. The horse was struggling to get out and obviously hurting itself even more.
Yeah, he's bleeding all like hell on the kneecap on the front.
With racehorses, the main thing, of course, you're concerned about are the legs. And you can see there's quite a bit of blood on the legs. Plus all the kicking of the trailer there. They could have done an extensive damage, because they can just kick a stall, kick a board, kick something, and end a career.
Veterinarians Dan Wilson and David Miller, who specialize in treating horses, arrived within 30 minutes.
When they're in danger, their first instinct is to run. And when they can't, they panic. This filly was locked in there and she wasn't going anywhere.
Knew we had to get her out of the trailer so we can assess her health and see if it was worth trying to save her or if she was a dead horse. When they started sawing, hot sparks would fly and every once in a while hit the horse.
This filly was just flat out panicked and approaching exhaustion, but many well-meaning people have been killed by horses that are in a panic situation.
That leg's trapped in a piece of metal up front.
I crawled inside the trailer and tried to get her foot out of this hay rack, and then she collapsed. She just had all she could take.
I didn't know where all the blood was coming from, but he had blood all over his neck and blood all over the trailer.
We couldn't see her front legs very well, and we couldn't see her down right leg at all. So if it was smashed, then obviously her chances were very grave.
We gave her no tranquilizers because we didn't want to depress her any more than she already was. And basically we instituted some potent short-acting steroids to try and reverse the shock situation.
And I pulled her out, the head was bleeding severely. I thought, you know, just hope the horse pulls through, let alone ever race again.
The horse came out, and immediately it didn't want to get up. So it laid on its side on the cold snow and on the muddy ground. It lost a lot of blood, and with a loss of blood like that, the horse was in danger of dying.
She was in shock, and so we made the decision to, instead of trying to get her off the highway, to start treating her right there.
Dr. Miller immediately began surgery to try to repair a severed artery above the filly's left eye.
His assistant started an IV in the horse's neck, and he said, just hold pressure and push it in as fast as you can. We're not used to pushing so much fluid into a human. They just don't teach us veterinary medicine in paramedic school. It was amazing to see that the veterinarian could work under such conditions. It wasn't like an emergency room hospital. He was on his knees, the horse was down on the ground, It was cold, and it was a very uncomfortable position. The man was really good.
I was trying to hold her on the ground. I eased off a little bit. She just kind of pitched me around like a peanut there.
I just didn't expect the horse to get up so quickly.
You got a cooler for her, a blanket or something?
That was a great sign for her. She was strong and ready to go. And once she stood up, she never looked back.
You got one for the other side, dude?
I'm starting to think, maybe it's not as tragic as it all seemed that it would be, and maybe there could be a happy ending.
To me, the most amazing thing is these animals will walk back in another trailer. I don't know if they can reason, but they surely can trust. They're kind. I love them. The paramedics and firemen that were there were absolutely great. They're the ones who really deserve the credit for saving these fellas and the colt.
Soon after the accident, Setting Limits began rehabilitation. But her owner, Shirley Girton, knew her future was still uncertain.
I didn't know how she'd ever be able to recover from this fully enough to be a racehorse, and that's basically what she was put out here to do. And I guess I'm not known as a quitter, and she certainly isn't.
Despite all odds, on September 26, 1992, 8 months after the accident, Setting Limits returned to the track.
And they're off. Between horses, Foolish Ginger on the outside Archdale Road with good speed from the opening bell. There goes Whoop-Whoop-A-Doo.
She overcome everything we asked her to overcome. She'd go out there and run her heart out.
The final furlong for Setting Limits. She's in front by 4. We're coming down to the line, but it won't get to Setting Limits. Setting Limits balanced on by 3.5 lengths. Hell of a reason.
She went out in style. She went out winning, and she left just as happy as the day that she came in. So she had a big smile on her face.
Girl, Setting Limits. She looks pretty good, I think, Mom.
It's amazing that she came back, even just to win one more race.
You sure took a spill, silly girl.
She'll be going to be a broodmare. She's going to go have babies now. So, well-deserved babies, I hope, that they shall be the runners and carry the heart and stamina that she carried.
She's a good girl.